Welcome to The Explainer. So today we are diving into a version of heaven that is, well, not what it seems. At all. We're going to break down a chapter that takes the whole idea of paradise and twists it into something more like a perfectly managed and totally inescapable prison.
All right, let's get right into it. This is our detailed breakdown of Bibliomancers chapter 104. We're following our main character, Jack, as she enters the afterlife, and let me tell you, it is not the peaceful, serene paradise you might be picturing. So here's our game plan. We'll start with a saint's welcome, then move into the angel's rules. After that, things get dark with perfection's true cost, and we'll wrap up with the long wait. It's basically the story of how a warm welcome just completely falls apart into rules, horrifying discoveries, and, yeah, the psychological torture of heavenly paperwork.
Okay, first up, a saint's welcome. So the chapter kicks off on this surprisingly upbeat note, right? Jock shows up in what they call literal heaven, and who's there to greet her? A very familiar, very friendly face.
It's her old friend Peter. But get this, he's not just Peter anymore. He's Saint Peter. And he is just so excited to see her, you know? He's immediately like, "Jack, I ascended. They said I was so good I could skip regular heaven and come straight here." He basically got a fast-track promotion, and now his job is to be the welcome wagon.
So Peter's just painting this amazing picture of a super progressive, totally rule-free paradise. He's telling Jack, hey, no more rules, and everyone is welcome. He even makes it clear that her being an agnostic lesbian, totally fine. But, and you knew there was a but, the first little crack in that perfect image shows up almost right away, the moment her cat, Nixie, is mentioned. Suddenly it's, oh, well, technically cats aren't allowed.
And to get around this little bureaucratic snag, Peter pulls rank. He uses his new saintly authority, does this quick little blessing over the cat, Omne Patris Sanctus, and tells Jack, look, if your angel gives you any trouble, just tell her, St. Peter bless the cat. It's our very first clue that even in heaven, it's all about who you know.
Right. So that little loophole, it leads straight into a much, much bigger problem. The whole warm, friendly welcome thing just vanishes the moment Jack meets her assigned angel. This angel's name is Paula White.
And the tension is just wow. It's instant. Jack tries to be friendly, Hey, let's be on a first-name basis. But Paula White shuts that down immediately. She's just this wall of rigid formality. It's not Paula, it's Paula White. And her tone is basically, don't you dare stand against me. A really hostile power dynamic is set up from word one. And this line here, this is her catchphrase. And it is chilling. Whatever stands against you stands against God, and it must fall. She repeats this over and over. Doesn't matter what Jack says, if she questions something, mentions her cat, brings up her agnosticism, this is the response. It's this automatic, unthinking mantra designed to just end the conversation. So Jock has to pull this St. Peter card, right? And after this really tense standoff, a fuming Paula White comes back, and she lays out the new rules for the cat. Nixie has to stay inside, can't have contact with anyone else, and if she's caught outside, she'll be disposed of. And the way she says it, it's not a threat, it's a promise. Just cold, absolute, and honestly, terrifying. Okay, so this brings us to perfection's true cost. After they get to this, gaudy is the word for it, this gold and white mansion, Jock's unease is just through the roof. She starts to really question everything. What is this place? And what exactly is her angel?
And she really starts pushing her angel for answers. Who are you? How does any of this actually work? And this line of questioning, it leads to some genuinely horrifying discoveries about what it means to be perfect here.
First off, Paula White admits she's not even an angel in the way we think of them. She's a construct, a sentient golem built in a factory. And her unwavering faith in God? Get this, she's never met God. Her whole belief system comes from a factory foreman who claimed God made the factory. It adds this weird, hollow, almost corporate layer to her intense zeal.
So naturally, Jack asks, well, how do you know your foreman wasn't lying? And this is where it gets really bad for Jack, because Paula White tells her it's impossible to lie in heaven. She challenges Jack to try it, and Jack can't. She physically cannot speak a simple lie. Her own free will, the ability to even choose to be untruthful, it's just gone.
And this is the true price of perfection in this place. It's not about being good, it's about being incapable of being bad. To eliminate sins like gluttony and lust, they literally remove your stomach and your reproductive organs. To stop you from lying, they remove your ability to do it. It's not about morality, it's about forced compliance through physical mutilation, all done without anyone's consent.
And Jack's reaction just perfectly captures the body horror of it all. She's disgusted and sarcastic, saying, "Hell, I've been turned into a flat-chested Barbie doll and I don't even have blonde hair." She checks, and it's true. Both she and Frida have been physically altered into something they don't even recognize.
So, if the physical horror wasn't enough, the chapter then shifts gears. Now we get into the psychological torment. We're talking about a maddeningly soul-crushing bureaucracy, and the worst part is, it's all intentional.
All Jack wants to do is find her grandfather. Simple, right? Wrong. It turns into this absolute nightmare. They wait in line for hours, finally get to the front, and get told to go to Building Hall. So they drive 20 minutes, wait in another line for hours, only to be told, "Oh no, you need Building Holland." It's this perfect loop of bureaucratic hell designed to break you down.
And here's the kicker. Paula White just flat out tells them this isn't a mistake. This whole frustrating mess is a feature, not a bug. The system is designed to be this slow and confusing. Why? To give them time to pray. It's weaponized boredom, meant to force everyone into a state of constant prayer.
So after all that waiting and traveling and being told to pray, they finally get to the right desk. And what's their reward? Another impossible wall. To get a simple piece of information about her grandfather, they're told they need to complete 96 hours of prayer. 96! But wait, there are discounts. It's like they've gamified prayer. If you pray by yourself, it's 96 hours. But if you pray together with someone, it's only 48 hours. And if you go pray in an official cathedral, that'll only cost you 24 hours. The whole system is just pushing them deeper and deeper into its control, basically turning prayer into a currency you have to spend to get basic information.
So the chapter ends with Jack just broken. After 12 straight hours of praying in this packed cathedral, just mindlessly reciting words she doesn't believe in, she just can't do it anymore. She has to take a break. And it leaves us with this huge, central question hanging in the air. A question that really defines this whole twisted version of heaven. Why? Why would a God want prayers from someone who has no faith? What's the value in that?